Housing market is a sizzling seller's game at the moment. In this video, I'll be covering 7 first-time home seller mistakes in today's crazy market. Hey guys, Gwen here with Intero Real Estate at Burlingame. Now, the last 2 years, COVID's caused so many people to reevaluate their housing needs, resulting in increased demand for houses with continued lack of inventory. Therefore, homes are sparking bidding wars and selling for sky-high prices. These are great news for sellers, but they come with a set of possible pitfalls. Here are 7 first-time home seller mistakes to watch out for. The number one problem I see is overpricing your property. Sellers dominate now, but don't think that this red-hot market equates to a super high list price. A smart strategy matters, which means list your price lower than your goals and then let the market do its magic. First-time home sellers often believe that list price means that that's the desired purchase price. Keep in mind that list price is really just an approximate price, simply just to drive interest to the property. I'd like to call it as the marketing price. The greater the interest, the more likely that the price will climb as eager buyers bid on it. Second mistake I see is skimping on home showings. In this not so quite post-pandemic era, some homeowners might feel a little bit skittish with strangers coming into the home, or just haven't really thought about the privacy concerns they have. Now, having a home on the market and once it goes live, it's very vital to just allow as many buyers to view the property as possible. Sellers have a very short window to build that demand when the home comes on the market. Now, if a home sits on the market, a lot of the buyers assume that there's something wrong with the property. So if you occupy the property during the sale, it's best to accommodate as much as possible during that initial window period to build that excitement with a lot of the buyers. The third mistake that I see is staging slip-ups. With homes selling so fast in today's market, some of the homeowners out there think that maybe professional staging is not necessary. Well, let me tell you why it is a good idea. Professional stagers will design the home, set it up with neutral colors, and they'll remove all the personal items from the home. For instance, photos, family photos, and what this does just gives the buyers a blank canvas. A professional stager has experience and has the eye to be able to set it up and dial the home in to allow the buyer to be able to envision themselves living in the home when they walk through it. The fourth mistake that I commonly notice is seeing only the dollar signs. And what I mean by that is, homeowners will only recognize and look for the highest price offer and nothing else. Now, the problem with that is you need to consider the entire offer, all of the terms and as well as the contingencies with the offer price. So buyers with the highest price but needs to sell their own home first before they buy yours might cause some delays and problems later on in the transaction. So you might be better off taking a slightly lower price but with better terms and a quicker close. Number 5. Pouncing on an implausible offer. Now, in this market, it's not uncommon for a buyer to offer on a property sight unseen. Now, if you accept that offer, the buyer does not like what he sees, the offer can be withdrawn and your property will likely lose traction in that initial window period. The key takeaway is, when something seems too good to be true, it usually is. So work with your agent to really understand who is bidding on your property and how serious they are to avoid the deal falling apart later. Number 6, spacing out on the new place. You're all set and ready to sell? Great! Now what's your next move? Avoid winding up with an anxious buyer on one hand and no place to go on the other. It can be really hard to find the right new home in this market, so you better start searching right away. Start searching immediately once your property comes on the market. Negotiate an extended closing or negotiate a lease-back option so you don't end up homeless. Last but not least, assuming this hot market will last. Inexperienced sellers may turn down a worthy offer or even delay listing home just in hopes for the prices to continue to go up. Now, nobody really knows where the top of the market is at, but with interest rates creeping up, it could reduce the pool of hungry buyers. Generally speaking, now is a good time to sell. But with rates on the rise, the velocity of transactions will more than likely slow down. Oh, by the way, if you like this content and you found it helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe so you can catch my latest videos about Bay Area real estate. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Until then, I'll see you guys at the next one.